This is a love letter to my The Future is Bright blanket, to my comfort blanket, to the blanket that makes me feel like everything's gonna be okay in this really scary big universe. My name is Eileen, and today I'm doing a little video essay on this piece of merchandise from Amazing Phil shop, and I'm just gonna be talking about why I love this blanket so much and why this quote means so much to me personally. I want to start off by saying it's the anniversary of the Coming Out to You video where he says this quote, and the quote itself is meant to be sort of like an optimistic approach to life, and it's saying how progressively over time things do get better, how people get more accepting, and how the world just becomes a better place. As a queer individual, I really relate to that and connect to that quote, like in the context of what he says with it. But also, this quote means something to me that is a little more personal, and I'm just gonna tell you that story now. I bought this blanket back in February, and I was going through a really tough time. I had never really felt this way before. I felt like, you know, kind of pointless in life, but I was also filled with so much anxiety, and every day I would wake up and it was just so hard to go into school every day, and I would just think about basically school shootings every day, like 24/7, which is really not fun and not great for your mental health at all. I did seek counseling for this, which was, you know, helpful. But when I was like really going through it at first, I turned to my favorite YouTubers, Dan and Phil, to watch their videos and just sort of escape, feel entertained, but also to know that like there are good people in this world, and like that was so important to me. And then just seeing the blanket every day, I started to pick up the saying, "The future is bright," and use it as a mantra to myself. So I would just repeat it all the time, "The future is bright, the future is bright." And it really helped me get through like walking into school or like walking into my first therapy appointment and stuff like that. This quote stuck with me through everything. I would say it to myself multiple times a day. If I was taking a test, I'd write it on the top of the test. If I was serving that day, I'd write it in my server's book. I would like write it on my journals, in my books. It was my desktop background, and I printed out little pictures of it to stick everywhere. And it was just really nice to have that reminder with me wherever I went. The physical blanket became such a safe space because I would put it on my bed, but my cat would like claw it all up. Every morning I would get up and it would force me to get up and make my bed, fold the blanket, put it somewhere else so she couldn't get to it. And then at night, I would take it out and I would unfold it. It would just be a signal for me to start getting ready for bed and to calm down and like actually try to go to sleep, because like sleep was getting really hard for me at that point. I also kind of used it as like a sensory tool. Like I love touching the edges of it and stuff. Like it was a really nice way to just ground me and get me feeling a little calmer. This affirmation was something I really needed in my life. I really needed to believe that the future was peaceful and bright and generally going to be a better place, and that other people believed that too. And I needed to believe that like after we leave this planet, you know, maybe the future is bright then still. So I just wanted to thank Mr. Amazing himself and the people who made this blanket, and I just wanted to share this quote that I love so much and that's helped me through so much in my mental health journey. And I'm not the only person affected by merch like this. I actually did a little Google forum with some other fans of Dan and Phil, and I'm going to put some of their answers on the screen just because I think it's cool that we've all been a part of something that's impacted our mental health for the better. I do want to leave this story on a happier note. I am bringing this blanket with me to university, and it's going to be in my dorm room, and it's like the center of all my decorations, and I'm going to continue to say it to myself every single day. And I really do now believe that the future is bright. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thanks for listening, and thank you again to Mr. Amazing Phil, and happy anniversary to the Coming Out video. And if you're going to leave this video with anything, I would say the future is bright. Thank you, have a good day.